The Champions League or European Cup is said to be the most coveted trophy a player can win at club level. However, many of football's greatest ever players have failed to get their hands on the Big Ears trophy. Welcome to Halftime Football, where today we'll be taking a look at the greatest 11 of players who never got their hands on Europe's premier competition. Goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon. Gigi Buffon had an illustrious career between the sticks, with the Italian winning 26 trophies at club level as well as the World Cup in 2006. However, despite his incredible talent, Buffon was never able to help Juventus to a Champions League title despite making 124 appearances in the competition. Buffon endured the most heartbreaks in the team, having lost the final 3 times, once in 2003 to AC Milan, once in 2015 to Barcelona, and once in 2017 to Real Madrid. Buffon is now playing in Serie B with Parma at the age of 44, and it's absolutely certain that one of the greatest goalkeepers in football history will retire without a Champions League medal. Right back, Lilian Thuram. Frenchman Lilian Thuram was a stalwart who could operate either in the middle or on the right hand side of defence, playing for clubs like Juventus and Barcelona, as well as being part of the famous French team who won the 1998 World Cup and Euro 2000. Despite his all-round talent though, Thuram never won the Champions League, as he was part of the team with Buffon who lost the 2003 final to AC Milan. Thuram also unfortunately was forced to retire after the 07-08 season with Barcelona, and that was just a year before they won the Champions League, with a side spearheaded by his French teammate Thierry Henry. Centre-back Claudio Gentile. Who better to introduce to this team than another Juventus legend? One of the greatest traditional Italian stallion defenders, Claudio Gentile amassed a total of 414 appearances across an 11-year spell at Juventus, winning 8 domestic trophies as well as both the UEFA Cup and the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, but he and Juventus were never able to get their hands on the European Cup. Even during a 3-year spell at Fiorentina where Gentile played alongside the likes of Daniel Passarella and Socrates, he didn't even come close to sniffing the trophy. I'm sure Gentile was quite content with just winning the World Cup with Italy in 1982, but I'd imagine deep down he wishes he achieved more on the European stage given his quality. Centre-back Fabio Cannavaro. From a traditional Italian defender to one who pioneered the style of modern-day centre-halves, we have yet another former Juventus man in Fabio Cannavaro. Fortunately for Juve's reputation though, Cannavaro spent the majority of his playing days at Parma, Inter and Real Madrid, where he quite disappointingly amassed just 6 domestic honours, though he did manage to captain Italy to the World Cup in 2006 as well as winning the Ballon d'Or the same year. On the European stage, Cannavaro won the UEFA Cup with Parma but ultimately never got further than the semi-finals of the Champions League, which is a complete injustice to one of the most revolutionary footballers in modern history. Left back Gianluca Zambrotta. Yet another former Juventus player, and certainly not our last. This time was Gianluca Zambrotta, who excelled on either side as a fullback. Zambrotta was a technically excellent player which earned him stints at Juventus, AC Milan and Barcelona, where he played almost 600 games in a career spanning 17 years. The wingback won just 7 titles at club level, which is once again surprising given his ability, though once again of course he was also part of the Italian 2006 World Cup winning team. In the Champions League though, the best he got was a runners-up medal in 2003, and he also left Barcelona in 2008 just like Thuram a year prior to their Champions League title win, all to join AC Milan who had won it 1 year prior. Luck was certainly not on Zambrotta's side through his career. Defensive midfielder Patrick Vieira. Finally a player who didn't play for Never mind. Fortunately though for the integrity of this 11, Patrick Vieira is widely regarded as an Arsenal legend, as the French beast ran the midfield in London for 9 years, being integral to many titles and of course the invincible season. Arsenal however never won the Champions League despite the team they had, and Vieira was also unable to get his hands on the trophy during stints at Juventus, Inter and Man City. He actually left Inter halfway through the 2009-10 season, which to his misfortune was of course the season where a Jose Mourinho masterclass led the Nerazzurri to European glory. I'm sure Vieira will be wiping away his tears with his European Championship and World Cup medals. Centre midfield, Lothar Matthäus. We do now have our first non-former Juventus player, and it comes in the form of German midfielder Lothar Matthäus. Matthäus was a complete player, running the midfield for both Inter and Bayern and of course the German national team, and of course he had no shortage of individual records. He won the Ballon d'Or in 1990 and he's the player who's played the most World Cup matches in history and played in the most tournaments. He's also got 8 league titles and a World Cup to his name, but Matthäus never won a Champions Champions League, having lost the final to Porto in 1987 and Manchester United in 1999. While those defeats are a testament to the longevity of Mateus, they still represent a blemish on an otherwise sparkling trophy record. Centre midfield, Roberto Baggio. I am pushing the position boundary slightly to accommodate this guy, but come on, you can't leave Roberto Baggio out of this team. The attacker peaked at, surprise surprise, Juventus, where he won a Ballon d'Or as well as a few Italian titles, though he did miss a penalty in the 1994 World Cup final which led to a Brazilian victory. That miss highlights a particular lack of major honours for Baggio, as he only actually won 4 trophies throughout his career. He also only made his Champions League debut at age 29 when he was well past his prime, which means that his best finish in the competition was a measly quarter-final exit to Man United during his spell at Inter. Baggio is of course renowned as one of the greatest players in Italian history due to his technical ability, but his trophy haul was no doubt disappointing. Attacking midfield, Diego Maradona. Now, if you were wondering why Baggio was at centre mid, well, here's why. Diego Armando Maradona is arguably the greatest ever player to kick a football due to his ability to do just about anything in the opposition half, as he carried Argentina to a World Cup as well as restoring Napoli to the top of Italian football. The problem Maradona had, however, was limited chances, as the European Cup was much harder to qualify for than the Champions League. Because of this, Maradona only played in the competition twice following Napoli's Scudetto wins, and their campaigns were dire, with the Partenope never making it past the second round. To be fair though, when you're as good as Maradona was, nobody will even care about your European Cup records when discussing the greatest players of all time. It's just a shame he never won one. Striker, Ronaldo. Double Ballon d'Or winner Ronaldo Nazario was arguably the greatest striker in football history, with technical ability like no other. However, his knees ultimately decided to betray him, leaving many to wonder what could have been had the superstar stayed fit throughout his career. That being said, Ronaldo won 2 World Cups with Brazil and almost single-handedly dragged them to the 2002 triumph, and he also played for 3 of the 4 most successful clubs in Champions League history. Despite being part of these teams, however, one of which being Galactico-era Real Madrid, Ronaldo never won the Champions League. R9 put on iconic displays in the competition, including an unforgettable hat-trick at Old Trafford in 2003, but he still never managed to get further than the semi-finals. Ronaldo was one of the biggest talents in football history though, and like Maradona, he made up for his lack of a Champions League in other areas. Striker, Romario. It took us until the very end, but we finally have our first player who didn't play in Italy. Romario is undoubtedly one of the most underrated players in football history, with an unbelievable record of 690 goals in 893 career games, which included a magical spell at Barcelona. However, his spell with Barca lasted just 3 years, and this was the only time he played in the Champions League, as he preferred ripping up the Brazilian top flight as opposed to playing in Europe. During his stint, Barcelona reached the 1994 Champions League final, where they were unfortunately battered 4-0 by AC Milan in what proved to be one of the greatest final performances in the competition's history, and that was as good as it got for Romario. It seems a bit of an injustice to football that we never got to see Romario consistently playing at the top level in Europe, but I'm sure he's content with his cult status in his home nation. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please be sure to like and subscribe. Again, let me know down below who I missed, and I'll see you next time.